Let's talk about how somebody becomes a wealth manager. I mean, I don't know if people grow up and say, I want to be a wealth manager, and I don't know if they have a special course at Harvard Business School or other places how to be a wealth manager, but what kind of people do you hire who are going to manage the money for other wealthy people, and how do you train them?
So training on Wall Street, but specifically in wealth management, is a very, very long process. We have 2,200 analysts starting today, and they're going to be working through the summer. We have 3,600 analysts across JP Chase that will start at the very end in the September time period for their full-time role. And we work very hard to go through in-depth training and then to work through which ones actually are good at stock investing, which ones are good at M&A transactions, which ones are good at helping people understand things in a more simplistic manner. That's a 2 to 3 year training program, but that's pretty fast. If you think 10,000 hours is about what you need to master any subject, if someone comes in and has a regular 8-hour-a-day job 5 days a week, it's going to take you about 5 years to have a base level mastery. On Wall Street, it's more like 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. That cuts you down to about 2.5 years before you become mastered in something. Once they've got that under their belt, they can then join a team. And if they've been successful going through the analyst program, joining a team, then the team will work through how that works. But it is a constant education each and every day. Every morning we start with an 8 o'clock meeting, and I call it like a mini university. And it's not just about what you've read in the newspapers as to what happened overnight. It's about understanding how all of those components fit together in a client's portfolio, and then what might be right for you would be different than somebody else. And you're synthesizing all that information every morning, and then you're going out and you're figuring out how to apply it to each situation.
Suppose somebody's got $5 billion with you under management, and he or she calls up and says, my son Johnny is really smart, and he's graduating from a college soon, a nice junior college, and he would like to be in the wealth management business, and can he be trained by JP Morgan? How do you deal with those kind of problems where you have big clients who want their progeny to be in the wealth management business?
Yes, absolutely.
Does that ever happen?
That happens all the time. And of course, we always want qualified candidates. So we encourage everybody to apply to JP Chase because there's lots of different homes across the 250,000 roles that we have at JP Chase, also across so many countries around the world. It's really fun and exciting to think about where you could move around at a young age and be able to have the experience of working in a global firm. But if you don't and you aren't hired, we also do a lot of work for families and doing education programs for the children of families. So if you don't decide that you want to work on Wall Street, you can come in for a week long, 2 weeks long, some of them are 3 weeks long, and we help you to understand the principles of managing money so that you get that base exposure. And then for lots of families, we spend time meeting once or twice a year with the whole family. And we sit together and we talk about the goals, we talk about giving, we talk about how to run a proper family office with a set of children and parents and how the dynamics of that work.